Last time on Misfits, a long trek through the dangerous Spearhead Mountains leads our heroes from one hazard to the next. Intense cold, harsh winds, fallen trees, and finally, mysterious rock climbing creatures that the Misfits notice just in time so as not to be taken by surprise. The ensuing battle, that's not the right word, the ensuing battle proves almost fatal for many of our adventurers, but they finally all make it to the destination safely. I can't do words today. More or less in one piece. Where half a dozen or so other weary travellers are now looking at them with a mixture of fear, confusion, and intrigue worn on their faces. Who are these travellers? What were the creatures the Misfits fought off before? And what other perils wait in the Spearhead Mountains ahead? Find out in Misfits Episode 8, The Sleet That Cometh. So yes.
More like the yeet that cometh.
Haha.
Off to a good start.
We are. So, Dan, quickly for you, because you left before the end last time. They defeated the creatures and got to the stopping point. That's all you missed, really. Anthony
Yeah,
nearly
but it was
died.
really cool.
It was really cool. If you ever get like an hour where you're like, I'm bored, let's do something. You watch your back and marvel at the coolness of Tan and Anthony. Anthony almost died, but then didn't, and Tan was being dragged along on a rope and almost died, but also didn't. So it was pretty great. Also, in case you didn't know, man, you're muted, but okay, cool. Right, yeah.
No, I was aware. I was on a phone call, so I was trying to keep an ear on what you were saying, but
Okay.
I got phoned at the same time.
That's unfortunate. Basically,
I got the gist of it. I nearly died. We did awesome things. Everyone nearly died. We
Sorry,
were awesome.
I know Howard didn't nearly die.
Oh, Harold didn't. Oh, nice.
Howard was alright. Howard was alright.
Is Harold?
I still have more than half health left by the end of that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Do I need to adjust for health, or have we long rested?
You will be long resting now, so you'll be
Oh,
good.
won't bother then.
No, that's alright.
So we gain HP equal to our hit die.
Yes. So
That's how we do
just
things
assume
now.
you'll be on full, Dan.
If I can what?
So we'll just assume you're on full,
Okie dokes.
because you didn't lose much, so.
That works for me because I've been an absolute mess to decipher this otherwise.
Yay, I can roll dice.
You can.
Somehow you don't sound as enthused as you should.
I'm dying.
Oh, also, for people's reference, Chris is ill. Hence the cough, so
As
he
you can hear.
might leave us a little early.
Chris is horribly ill.
probably
That's why,
should
because
leave us a little early.
Anthony's horribly ill as well.
Yes, they are connected. Also, unfortunately, Aaron is not with us. But
Very sad.
it is indeed sad.
Yeah.
But that is
May we see Aaron again eventually.
we may, hopefully, yeah. Okay, so there are a number of people in this clearing around a large fire which burns brightly, the embers lifting up into the sky. It seems who of you are magical?
Hello.
Anthony. Okay, Anthony, you definitely noticed that this is some kind of magical fire. Tan, you may have a suspicion, but you're not sure. Howard, it's a fire, and people like fire, so that's
It's
good.
perfectly normal.
It is, despite it not being, but it's
I mean,
got.
no one else thinks it's weird. So.
Yeah,
Evil,
exactly.
deceitful fire, or a good?
Oh no, it's a good honest fire.
Nice.
It's just slightly more magical than a normal fire.
Good
It's got
hard
a
work
s-
and salt of the earth.
It's got a slightly more pinkish hue to it than a normal fire.
Ah,
Like it's still very much orange and red,
It's
but
a
there's
fire
little
of love.
pink to it as well. So yeah, the people around the fire look up at you as you all barrel in on the wagon, which Marie quickly brings to a halt. The horses skidding and stopping.
bless you.
There are a few of them. They don't all appear to be together. There is 8 in total. From up here, the fire's kind of obscuring them. They're all wearing quite heavy clothing as well because of the cold. 5 of them you would imagine appear to be another adventuring party. They look fairly experienced if gear is anything to go by, but it isn't really, so, you know, they have good gear at the very least. The other 3, it is hard to tell at this distance, but you have made it to your stopping point.
Anthony finds somewhere comfy to go to sleep.
I'm glad Anthony's sleeping. Do the other people look like they've taken any wear and tear on the journey?
The other people look all right.
Okay.
Again, at least from up here. Still, you are still on the wagon.
Yeah. Well, they're not covered in blood.
No, none of them look like they're. Anthony looks like the worst out of everyone.
Nice.
And he's not looking as bad now as he was.
Hmm.
So yeah. But yeah, a few of them look up at you. And say, "Are you guys all right?"
Anthony's unconscious.
Yeah, Anthony. Like there's logs around the fire, but you probably see them and you're like, they're gonna be no more comfortable than this. I'm gonna sleep here, and thusly sleep there.
Came across some weird and hostile creatures on our way here. We're all mostly okay, but certainly glad that's over with.
I'm afraid you are let to see the worst of it, my friends.
Oh.
This is a slightly larger figure. What you have encountered, we have encountered also. They are known as the Sleet. They have lived in the Spearhead Range for many eons, but as of the last few months have started to become bolder and venture further down the mountains towards the paths. Fortunately, as well as being strong and very smart and proficient with tools, they're also very territorial. And the paths now encroach on what they believe to be their territory, which makes travelling, well, a whole lot more difficult than it was before. It's only thanks to this, I assume it's the fire. There's something about it that's not quite natural. I have the feeling that's what's keeping them away from this place, but if not, the entire Spearhead Mountains may very soon become impassable. And from what that group over there is saying, he kind of gives a thumb towards the adventuring party. There's only more of them further down the mountains.
Wait,
Well, that's unfortunate.
you said that as if you didn't know what was in the fire.
I don't. It's just here when I arrived. None of us made it.
Oh. That seems something worth taking a closer look at. I mean, if they're not getting near the fire, then having the fire might be a good idea.
That is sound knowledge. What is your name, my lady?
My name is Talitha Rinny, noble paladin of the amazing and lustrous goddess of truth, Felis.
Ah, I see. He stands up and pulls down his hood to reveal black and white fur and also a pair of ears. And you realise that this guy's a pandai, which is like a panda, but more humanoid.
Where do they come from?
They come from originally you don't know, but there are quite a lot of them that live on Equil. So the next island over.
Nice.
In fact,
I'm
they have.
from Equil.
Yeah, they have. You definitely know the Pandai then. They have somewhat of an empire there.
I see.
Where they're constantly at war with the Twimps.
Oh.
My name
Oh,
is
this is
Aris,
interesting.
Aris of Bamobo. I am a cleric myself, though not particularly well trained yet. I'm on my way back, or was on my way back from performing a holy mission, but I've got somewhat stuck here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yours too. Who are your friends?
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Well, Anthony's unconscious, but
Anthony is
Yeah.
unconscious. The unconscious one over there
Only
is
Anthony.
Anthony.
is he
He's
doing all right?
He just had a bit of a bad time when dealing with the sleet. It was you called him?
Yes.
I believe it was that.
Mm-hmm.
More akin to a blizzard, really.
Well, hey, and that's Harold. When you say a bit more about yourself.
Yes, no, Harold. Harold Magnuson.
A pleasure to meet you as well, Howard Magnuson.
Is Maria with us?
Yeah, Maria'd
I'm not
say.
asking him that, obviously.
Yeah. Marie and Ruva both introduced themselves. Maria's currently fussing with the horses, so it's pretty brief, but just Marie, hi, nice to meet you. Sorry, I'm just trying to calm these two down. And Ruva's probably
Hello, I
Hello.
am Rora, a robot.
Yeah, that's what
I think that's quite the voice Aaron was doing, but I like it.
I'm really old.
Ruva's probably also trying to help calm the horses with his
With his grotesque
body
His
horror.
laser
Yeah.
poison.
body horror.
No, with his averse skill for animals that he has, despite all the body horror. But yeah, yeah, he says yes. So my name is Aris. I've been here a couple of days now. That lot of adventurers over there, I know their names, but I've forgotten. They're not for much for conversation.
Oh, yes, I have a name, and it is a great name. It's the best name in the world.
This guy here is Salowin Starbright. He's an elf, and he shouldn't be here. I'll be honest. The guy
Well,
next to him's
why?
kind of rocking. Hi, he's yeah. I'm a businessman. Well, I'm not sure if I will be after this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get out of here ever. But I was on my way back from a meeting, and I got drunk and got left behind by my convoy, and I've been out here a month at least, maybe longer. I don't know if anyone I know is still alive anymore. I mean, we elves have short lifespans. They may all be dead. They may. I don't. He's not okay.
Truly a terrifying thought.
He's I think he was at least here 2 weeks before the others got here, so he's been alone for
Oh
a while.
gosh. Would he perhaps like to join us? I mean, we're passing through, and we're planning on
Well,
getting
we're
to
going
the other side.
Try and force our way through, I imagine.
Oh, we are definitely going to attempt.
Yes,
This is
well,
a normal trade route. We should use it.
certainly. And the other one on my other side, I have no idea what her name is. And she doesn't speak, so yeah, that's them. The other figure
Lovely.
is quite a slender frame, but hooded. You can't see a face. Though appears to be female, but you can't really be sure. She kind of just nods at you, but doesn't really do much else.
I'm going to wave.
One of the hands slenderly raises up towards you. Maybe a perception check, Anthony. And actually Tan as well. You're both probably looking in the direction.
I don't
Oh,
think I'm
20.
looking
Turns
anywhere.
out she's sticking her middle finger up at you.
Where am I looking on?
Sorry, I didn't mean Anthony. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
Chris.
what I thought.
Yeah, Harold and Tan.
He's sleeping. What check was that? Sorry.
Perception.
Perception. 15.
That means I got 15, 16, 17.
Okay. So, you both notice she seems to be wearing some kind of metal gauntlets. And in the knife, her hands at first look like her fingers. She raises like 3 of them, seem incredibly slender, but then you actually notice that they are very, very, very small knives. Or not small, but thin. And
Oh,
yeah, they're kind of in between her fingers. And then she kind of lowers her arm again and continues just staring ominously into the fire. I've been trying all day to get a word, but nothing. So, there we are. But in terms of Salwin here, I'm sure he would love to accompany you. To be honest, I wouldn't mind some company myself either. The
wow.
adventurers here, they're going the other way, but they told us that hey, what was it again? One of them turns around and says, as this is like you over there said, this is a trade route. So the military in Gorfan has been trying to reclaim a foothold and reclaim it from the Sleet, but as this technically is beyond their jurisdiction, getting the permissions to do so has been difficult. But they have been sending airships to one of the lower hillocks near the end, but not completely out of the spearheads. It's as close as you can get an airship without any issues, which is ferrying people back and forward from the capital, Fordin. It might not be exactly where you want to go, but it's better than making all the trek on foot. Apparently the sleet is so dug in down there it's almost impossible to get through now.
Oh, gosh.
Duly noted.
Yes, so
Out of curiosity, I think I was away when we actually said where we were going.
you're going to Fordin.
Oh, okay.
So that
I
works
thought
in your favour.
I thought we were. I just didn't want to.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm not actually going to Fordin, carries on Arius, but it's not far from my temple that I need to get back to, and I'd rather go there than going all the way on foot.
Well, I mean, we've got plenty of space. Do we have plenty of space?
Yeah. Romary
Good.
says, we could fit, yeah, easily. You and... I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know where Salowin needs to be going, but anywhere's going to be better than here.
I feel it's our duty as honourable, good people to help out.
It's only normal to lend a hand.
Indeed. Well, you should rest tonight, and then we can make our way off tomorrow, I imagine. Apparently it's about a day and a half's journey to the extraction location.
Are there no camps along the way?
There is potentially another fire. It's along the road, but I don't know if taking the road is safer or if making our own way through the tree line would be. There are areas which are large enough to get a cart through, but I'll leave that up to you at the end of the day.
I mean, speed was quite useful where we were.
That's certainly true. It just
Out of
depends on...
curiosity, you said the elf was a businessman.
Yes.
Has he done this route before.
Salowin, have you been this way before?
Are we near trees?
Yes,
Hello?
a few times. Hello, Tom, are you there?
Oh,
Hello?
Hello?
Is everyone here?
hello?
Hello,
I can
Tom?
hear Ollie and I can hear
Hi.
everyone other than Chris, but I don't think Chris is talking.
Chris isn't talking.
Chris's mic is muted.
Yeah, because he's
He might be
at
coughing.
things.
That makes sense.
Would make a lot of sense.
So you can both hear me, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay,
I can now.
Yes. It says Salowin. I've been here. I've been here many times with the convoy though. At least 10 cages with armed guards and plenty of my work colleagues. And the last time we came through would have been this time last year probably, and then the year before, and the year before that, and then I think the year before that, and okay, we
Wonderful.
get the idea. So yes, he has been here before. Harold, he has
Yes.
been here before.
Is
the fire
Swahili?
anything then?
I think I might have missed the beginning of that conversation.
He's been here before.
Yeah.
Harold was asking if Salowin had been here before.
I don't know why I called him Swahili. I completely
Yeah, I
forgot his
was
name.
slightly perplexed by that, but I didn't want to mention it.
Salowin.
Salowin. Okay.
So is the fire? Are these rest stops? Are these recent, or were they here last year?
They've always been. They've always been here, as far
Oh,
as
yes.
as far as I know. But
So this
I don't know why.
what was it? Slightly abnormally tinged fire.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
This isn't such a normal trade route.
go to the nearest tree and grab a stick and make sure it's a bit dry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna hold it out in front of the fire to see if it makes the stick catch fire or if it just goes straight through.
Okay.
Can't cook that tan. That's wood. It's not
Hold on
good
a
for
second,
eating.
Harold.
I've tried.
Just need to test something. If this fire's
It
as
won't taste very
strange
nice.
as these guys say, then there might be good use in. I mean, if it drives away the sleet, then taking it with us would be a good idea, if that's possible.
Yes. So you go out to the trees and you notice that there is snow almost immediately, but the side of the trees that are closest to the fire are actually all dry.
Ah,
So yeah, if you grab one and you put it in the fire, it does catch quite quickly. And it is indeed burning with the same pinkish hue.
I see. And is there anything magical coming from the fire on the stick?
It's hard to tell because it's so much less concentrated,
Yeah, that makes sense.
but it looks like the same kind of fire.
Right. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I think gathering firewood and at least keeping one alight for the entire journey would be a great idea.
Do we not have lanterns or any such thing?
You don't have any lanterns with you,
We had-
no.
Oh no, you used your sunblade to light up the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to ask if maybe we had any like slots for torches on the thing, but recalling the sunblade incident, I would wager we probably don't.
No.
There are actually two at the front.
Huh.
That just, in the panic just didn't get, dealt with.
I
Right.
don't know if we were initially planning on actually travelling through the night, so we might just not bothered to light them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. We might be planning on traveling through the day for the next day, obviously, but I think taking some fire with us is a good idea.
You do notice, Tan, that the firewood does appear to be burning at least a little bit faster than you would expect it to.
That makes sense. Might have to take quite a lot. Is the well, hold on, the wood on the campfire, that's been burning for forever.
Looking down, you notice that there actually doesn't seem to be any wood.
No wood. Okay.
There's kind of snow and then there's fire.
Right.
Harold's opinion of this fire is plummeting by the second. It may have saved our life, but it's exceedingly abnormal.
Yeah. Okay. This might be interesting. I think. Is there something? What's it called? It's like can you like attune to this fire or something? Is there a way to do that?
If you spend 4 hours this evening, yeah, you can probably try and attune to it if there's something to attune to.
I'd like to give that a go.
Okay. Is Tan gonna try that as of right now?
Well, what time is it?
I mean, it's pretty late.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
Okay.
It's a better idea than cooking wood.
I suppose it is.
Should we not also set up some sort of shift system?
Well, seeing as I'm up for a bit, I'll go first.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Alice would also say, please eat any of the things in the bag by the fire. I've plenty of food with me, so whatever you need to eat to keep you going, feel free to take it.
Many thanks.
Duly noted.
Have they got any fish?
Oh, he's got absolutely all sorts. Bomobo is the god of gluttony and destruction, after all. Mainly the gluttony part in this sense, but
Ah, well, at least it's
I
not
suppose that
mine.
explains how he made his way through the sleet.
yeah, I mean,
I forgot.
I don't know that Harold would know much of the Pandai, but Tan would definitely know that the Pandai's love of conquest and war is only satiated by their love of food.
Fair.
I see.
Yeah.
I probably know nothing about them, but I'm
Yeah.
just going with the flow.
You probably just think he's a large black and white cat.
Yeah.
A large black and white
Just-
tan, to be
It's just
fair.
a bigger Tanatha.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cleric as well.
And you do know, Tan, he's actually fairly slim for a Pandai.
Oh.
Like, is he still big? Yes, but you've seen some really big Pandai, so.
I see.
Yeah, for Pandai, not to go into all history lessons, but like your size is almost like a status symbol. So like the way that their fat works, like they use it in combat, and it's like a part of their fighting style. So the greatest warriors and the greatest generals will be absolutely massive.
Fair enough.
Not to their detriment or anything, and he's pretty small.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Fun facts about the Pandai.
Well, hey.
Hey.
Actually, we didn't get any confirmation from the hooded knife lady.
Oh yes, you're right.
You wanted to come with us.
Peculiar hooded lady, would you wish to accompany me, Salawin, and these fine? Do you have a name?
She doesn't say anything. I give her the stick and say, "You can write it in the snow if you want."
Not her. Does your party have a name?
Wait, I'm confused. What's happened?
We've been asked if our party has a name. Presumably by Panda Man.
Yes.
Oh. Do we?
I'm not sure if we have a name.
Who are
We are-
Anthony and the others?
We're the defenders of truth. Obviously.
That's a lie.
I thought we were Roover and the Duke Killers.
Basically, no, we don't have a name.
We're all perfectly normal. Does such a normal group really need a name?
I mean, a peculiar robot man, a
Perfectly normal.
tabaxi, a reptile.
Completely normal.
Completely normal.
I
Your
dare you to
average
find
everyday
one
party.
abnormal thing about our party. Well, I don't actually dare you, but
Well,
the point still stands.
no offense to
Perfect.
you, Harold, but I've never seen a person like you before, or like your friend Ruva, or really like Tan either. And your friend Anthony gives off a most peculiar aura.
He's the most normal of all.
You seem like a group of peculiar misfits to me. All allied,
Thank God.
perhaps, by your differences.
I think I know what you were getting at with the name now, Ollie. I think I figured it out. Well.
But the knife lady, you notice while you've just had a little change, has been nodding consistently for the past minute. And when you take notice, Alice will be like, I assume this is a yes. She stops.
A yes to joining?
Yeah.
Nice.
Very
Were there
well.
any things written in the ground?
There
Wasn't there no snow?
There is no snow here, no. But there is dirt which could
Feel
be
free to
probably
whiten the
written in.
snow with this stick. Gestures to knife lady sitting on definitely not snow.
Yeah, it's all kind of just dirt, but she could win, but she just
Tanith, are you sure you want first watch? You seem very tired. Between this and cooking sticks, I'm beginning to get concerned.
that was not Anthony that cooked this thing.
You notice that she has sharpened the stick to a very fine point, and now appears to be staring at it intently. But she has not written anything with it.
Spike! Clearly!
Well-
Or point! I'm unsure as
If yeah,
to the
listen,
specifics. But
you have a stick.
Tanith, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
We all know she's
This
got a
is-
stick.
Well, if someone doesn't want talking, then maybe writing is what they can do.
I've
I
tried
will-
everything. Nothing has worked for her.
Well, that's fine.
Clearly, the name is Spike,
Spike.
or Point, or some interpretation of this. I doubt it's stick, but
A no bit effort, Harold, but we shall continue. I recommend you
I'm
guys
convinced.
all get some sleep. If you wish to do anything, Tan, then my guest, I will not be sleeping yet, and this lady over here never rests, so neither does Salowin either.
Oh,
Hi, Tom.
Hello.
hello.
Damn it.
It's fine.
But yeah, he says she never sleeps. Salowin's an elf, so you know what they're like. You can all sleep in peace if you want. The adventurers rarely go to sleep or set up their own watches anyway, but do whatever you feel comfortable with.
Well, I'm going to be studying this fire.
hmm
Normally, I'd say that Anthony should do it, but he seems a little not
He's
in a
about
fit
at the moment.
state to do it. Yeah.
I'm just glad Anthony's sleeping.
Yeah.
hmm
You know, he's made a lot of progress. I was very concerned about his sleep schedule before, but look at him now. I'm very proud.
So yeah, Anthony's asleep. The horses have both been untethered and are lying nearest the fire, having a rest. Marie's curled up on top of one of them.
Oh,
Well, good night, you lot. I guess see you in the morning then.
Indeed.
good night. I just sort of sit by the fire for a bit. For 4 hours.
Make me an
Probably-
arcane roll.
Okay.
Arcana roll.
Arcana. Do I have that? No, I don't. This is going to go well. Oh. 4.
Nice. Okay, so your immediate assessment of this fire before trying to tune to anything. It's got a peculiar pinkish hue. Beyond that, you're not sure what is up with it. Yeah, it's pinkish, and that's about all you can glean from it. It appears magical and seems to keep the beasts away. But you sit there and you really focus on the fire. You close your eyes and you let its warmth flow over you and try and sense the magic within the fire and what it is doing. And then you open your eyes and you are no longer by the fire. None of your friends are anywhere around you.
Oh. Uh-oh. Where am I? Let's have a look round.
Everywhere around you it appears you're in some kind of green pasture. You can see hills in the distance.
Is it bright? Nice and bright?
Nice and bright, yeah. The sky is blue. The suns are shining.
Does the grass feel real? Feel like just regular grass?
It does, but at the same time it doesn't. It's hard to distinguish. Everything feels inherently magical.
Oh.
You notice that
Okay.
you're also not wearing your armor.
Alright, is this a dream? I've pinched myself.
You're not sure. It could well be. Or it could be something else. You see two figures standing in the distance, but too far away to make out.
Okay, I stand up and walk slowly towards these figures.
It's the most peculiar sensation. It does not feel like you are moving. It feels like you're just walking on the spot, but the figures slowly come closer and closer towards you, until eventually you can make them out. One is slender, tall and feminine. The other one is wide and bulky, and very, very strong looking. They are currently facing away from you, but as you approach, they turn. The silhouettes fall away, and you see before you, shining in the light of the sun, what you assume, because who else could it really be, to be your goddess,
Yes!
Felis. Hello,
Who's the other
Tanisa.
person?
You're not sure at this point.
Oh. Hi, my darling.
Please, not now.
Not while I'm at work.
You have made some people here very impressed. I'm proud of you, I suppose.
Squeak!
Yeah, well, don't let it go to your head. Anyway, this big guy here wants to have a word with you.
Oh!
And with that, she disappears.
Hello?
Tanitha. Greetings. You do not know me, but you
That's
recently, very recently, befriended and offered help to one of my clerics, Aris.
All I heard was you recently, and then that's it.
Damn it. Dan, did you only hear that, or did you hear...
Uh-oh.
I heard the other stuff.
Okay, cool. Well, that's
Did I hear
fine.
what?
Don't worry, Chris heard the rest of it. So
I
What?
I'm
I
trying to figure out
didn't
if it's me cutting out or...
You're cutting out on my end.
Oh, I see what you mean. I heard it. Yes.
Okay.
All I heard was...
I'm not paying any attention because I'm not supposed to hear this.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
fine,
browsing
but...
the internet.
All I heard was you recently, and
Okay.
that's it.
I'll
Yeah,
do
no,
it
I heard
again.
everything. Or I could have heard everything you'd said if I was tuning in. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
definitely there as a drone in the background.
Cool, no worries. You recently befriended and offered aid to one of my clerics, Aris.
Oh! You must be Bonobo. I think that was the name.
He lets back a long, hearty laugh, which makes his
I'm not
his,
sure if Bonobo was the name.
his stomach
I can't
jiggle.
remember.
Bamobo, you are close.
Darn it.
Do not fret, my little friend. I'm here to offer you aid in this time. I appreciate your offer to help me and my cleric get out of here. However, the Sleet are a terrible foe. They are old magic, created by one of the elemental gods of wind and ice, and they are not easily bested. This fire that you
Oh.
see before you, and the fire appears behind him, the pinkish hue fire. You were right to assume it had something to do with it. It was created by another one of the lesser deities, one of fire, and it keeps the rest of them at bay. But only to a certain extent. And while your idea with the torches is a good one, you will need a lot of wood in order to get you there in one piece. At first I was gonna simply watch and see what happened, but your willingness to help someone of a different faith has moved me, and I've decided to do something different. Please present me with your weapon.
Oh, okay.
You
So
suddenly find it in
unsheath
your
my
hand,
blade.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because I didn't have armor done,
Yeah.
did I? Oh,
What is your weapon
oh,
again?
it's a longsword.
Okay, cool.
And it appears in my hand. I'm like, what? Oh, well, I guess here it is.
He takes it from you. Thank you, Tanitha. He turns around, and not so you can't see him, but just so he's facing the fire. And he passes the blade into the fire and starts speaking in a dialect that you cannot understand.
Oh,
Symbols appear across the deity's body and start to glow. And you can feel an intense magical presence emanating from him, and from the fire, and from the sword. And then everything stops. And he passes the sword back to you.
does it feel any different?
It does. There's a slight pinkish hue to it, which is slowly fading. And you can tell that this weapon now retains a certain level of magic within it.
Oh,
I've embedded the fire into your sword. Exactly what it does, I'm afraid you will have to discover for yourself. But it will help you in the coming battles against the Sleet. And I imagine more so after that.
thank you very much. That's wow. Thank you.
You can thank me by ensuring that Aris returns safely to Gorfan.
Uh-oh.
I hope we do manage that. Yes, I will.
I am sure you will. You are a lady of your word, of course. As a servant to Tanitha. That's the wrong name. Ophelis.
Oh,
I didn't catch that bit.
That doesn't matter. I said the wrong thing, so it's all good.
Uh-oh.
Can you still not hear me properly?
There we go. It's back.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what happens.
I said the wrong thing anyway, so it's fine that you missed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sure you will. You are a lady of your word, of course, as a servant of truth and justice.
Oh, even knows the slogan.
Farewell, Lady Tan of Felis. I bid you good luck and safe travels in your future. And with that, he disappears. And you open your eyes, which is very confusing, and you can't get your head around it. But yeah, and you're sitting back by the fire. And Aris is standing over you. Are you okay, Tan? Your eyes were glowing, and your sword, and is everything okay? Did you see something while you were meditating?
I stand up slowly and look him in the eyes and put my hand on his shoulder and I say, I think we're gonna make it through. You have my word. We're gonna get through this.
hi.
I'm glad to hear it.
And then
I'm gonna rest now, so I will see you in the morning.
How long was I out for? By the way.
I mean, you were been meditating for about 4 hours, but the last couple of minutes, you just started glowing. I don't know, 2-3 minutes maybe. Then it just stopped, and it looked like you were speaking to someone, but I couldn't tell what you were saying.
That's a good sign.
Then I came over when you woke up.
Have a great night's sleep.
Thank you. I will try my best.
I'm gonna skip over to the caravan with renewed spirit and vigor.
Okay. And we will take a brief pause here,
Oh, okay.
because I need the toilet,
All right.
before we shall carry on.
All right.
Hey.
Share back in a couple of minutes.
Nice.
Nice. I don't know. Felt like perhaps telling some guy that I met his god might be a bit like,
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have done that.
yeah, make him jealous. I hope Bomobo isn't stealing my girl.
Yeah, that would be a shame, wouldn't it? Oh, I will be back in a minute, actually. I need to refill my drink.
Alright, I'm gonna go
I think I have some cake, so.
Ooh,
Yeah.
well, enjoy your night.
Oh, I will.
Exactly.
Yeah, hey, Puffy Amiyumi. Woo.
And we're back.
Da, 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 da.
How are you feeling, Chris?
I'm feeling worse. I did
Nice.
leave at some point during that to throw up.
That's fine.
And I'm contemplating whether I should send an email to my boss tonight and just say I might be ill
I
tomorrow.
think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think I will.
Because then at least it doesn't seem like you've randomly come up with it on the day.
Yeah. Well, it is quite late.
Send it anyway.
Okay, Sally. What was Sally's email address?
But yeah, so Tom, what I will tell you about your weapon for now is it's now a +1 magical longsword, which means it has +1 to damage and +1 to attack. And you are attuned to it already, but there's just other stuff which you are yet to discover.
Everything's fallen over.
Did you get that, Tom?
I just came back. Hello?
Okay,
What's
right,
that?
okay, yeah, okay, never mind. I just gave out the stats to not Tom because you weren't there.
I'm back.
Hello.
Okay, nice.
Yellow.
So it's I'll say you don't know all the abilities of it, but what you do know for now, or what not what you know, but what I will tell you is it's a +1 magical sword.
I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, you didn't.
Oh, phew.
So it's +1 to attack, +1 to damage.
Righto.
And you are currently attuned to it, but you just don't know the full extent of its abilities yet.
I'm just going to call it Pink Longsword +1.
That's fine.
Because it's got a pink glow.
Good lord, that's far more cake than I thought it was. Christ. Well, lucky me. I was given a box of cake and I hadn't had a chance to look in it until now. Whereupon it's about twice as much cake as I thought it would be. Also, my
That's nice.
Steam is glitching out. Shame.
Luckily, you don't need that right now, so it's all good.
Yeah, no, I saw word of a good mod and I was going to take a look, but it seems that Hearts of Iron mod stuff is broken, and only Hearts of Iron, curiously.
That is
Oh no,
peculiar.
other ones as well.
Yeah, fair.
Some work, some do not work.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
carrying on. The next day, you're all awake. And yeah. You see Salawin and Aris still sitting by the fire. Aris is eating some food of some sort. He's trying to get Salawin to eat some as well, but not having much luck. Much to your shock and surprise, the peculiar lady is already now sitting in the back of the wagon.
Nice.
Apparently having moved here without making any sound whatsoever.
Neat.
So yeah,
I like Spike.
nice.
I'm gonna wave at Spike as I go past.
She waves the peculiar knife fist again at you.
What a lovely person.
I think they're going to become great friends.
Yeah. Much
Aha.
more friendly than Cleric Man, insinuating that I'm not normal. Ugh. Thanks wrong with him, being so mean.
Good morning. Please, eat. There's plenty of food.
Oh, great. Excellent.
Yes,
Is
he's
there any
not so
fish?
bad.
He passes you a couple of bags which contain all sorts of. Well, the one he passes Tanitha has fish in it, and the one he passes Harold has just pretty much any other kind of meat in it.
Oh,
Nice.
it's like you'd known me forever.
I made assumptions.
My favourite,
I hope that's
assorted
all right.
meats.
Just like normal.
It's like I picked it up myself.
You see,
Meat
Marie
variety platter.
already has eaten a little bit, and she's feeding the horses now.
Mhm.
And Ruva is surveying the path ahead. And Anthony still looks tired, so you know.
I'm relieved to see that Tanitha's not eating sticks and that weird notion has left her.
Okay.
No, I don't think we need to take firewood. No.
But isn't that our whole plan? Asks Marie.
Well, I looked at the fire for a while, and quite a long while, and it doesn't seem. It just burns out too quickly. We need to fill the entire wagon with this fire, with wood, and we don't have that much space. But I do have something else.
I was afraid of that, but yes, go on.
Okay, so you might. I don't know if you'll believe this, but on my approaching 4 hours of studying this fire,
Yes.
I awoke in a dream-like land, and in there, my sword was imbued with fire, I think. And so, hopefully, with that in mind, we'll be okay.
You hear a gasp from Alice. You saw the plane of the gods.
The plane of the gods. Is it a private jet?
I mean, it was certainly plain, and there were gods there.
That's good. I like that.
Good one, Chris.
That was pretty good.
But it's
That was a good
it's
introduction.
a different
I liked
spelling
it.
of plane, unfortunately.
Oh, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Who did you see?
Oh, fuck, I can't lie. I saw, obviously, I saw my lover, Felis, and I also saw, Bomobo.
You. What was he like?
Oh, I mean, he was a lovely fella.
Huh. Well, I am even more honoured to be in your presence than I was before.
Oh, well, thank you. I am sure you'll see him too at some point.
I can only hope. Anyway, we should press on. The day is young, the wind is not yet too bad. We should make a move before it gets any worse.
Hey,
Out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
could we not I'm not suggesting we do this, but hypothetically, could we not set fire to a stick and then chuck that on one of the trees and see if we can spread the fire that way?
are you planning to create a forest fire?
No, I'm asking hypothetically because I don't want to set fire to everything because that's our go-to strat.
It very much is.
I mean, I don't know how well it would work. So much of the rest of the forest is covered in snow that.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Cold and wet.
But then that thing did get rid of the snow.
Yeah, but I don't know
think
if.
quite a lot
Harold
of
is going to
people
very
over.
sagely say, "Fire does melt snow," and give a knowing look.
I mean, you're not
Very
wrong,
good,
Harold.
Harold.
I thought that was common knowledge.
Well, this is fire that melts even more snow, I think.
If Tanitha's sword can indeed keep these things at bay, then it'll be safer to stick with that than burning down the forest. But it is certainly a plan we can use if we end up being overrun or tailed by a large group.
Hmm.
Well, it's not because we don't have the fire with us.
Well, it depends on how your sword works.
Yeah,
That's
maybe your
true.
sword. Do you actually know anything about your sword, Panatha? Other than
It's
it was given to you
magical.
by a god? Yes, but in what way magical?
Pink.
And yes, the extra form of damage in D&D 5th edition. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, poison, acid, fire, cold, psionic, force, lightning, thunder, and pink.
Pink damage. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so yeah,
I look at the sword with some level of suspicion.
even to you, it looks different.
Doesn't have any symbols of other gods on it, does it? Because that would be. I'm not cheating on my main goal.
It does not. No, it doesn't.
Okay, that's good at least. All right, I guess we're ready to leave.
Very good. Come on, Salowin. Aris pulls Salowin up and helps him get onto the back of the wagon.
I'm gonna gaze at the fire as it drifts out of view.
For a moment, you feel like you see the silhouettes of Bomobo and Felis in the flame, but the next second they are gone. And once again, the crackle of the flame dies, and you're left in silence.
I should point out that Anthony's still asleep during this whole.
Yeah, that's
Still asleep?
that's what I already had said. I said I imagined Anthony was still asleep, but now that you've confirmed it, we know Anthony's still asleep.
I'm glad Anthony's finally getting sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, been a while.
I'm still proud of Anthony for getting sleep. Good on you, Anthony.
So,
I think
Aris
to myself.
would ask, how did you all come together?
That's a wonderful question.
It's a funny story, actually.
Allow me to briefly attempt to recall.
Oh,
It was
allow
knocking down a wall because it was actually a door.
There was no door. Besides, you're asleep, Anthony. You don't get to
It
intervene.
was when we got chased out of a town together.
Yeah.
It was we met at the tavern after
I
getting
believe
fired.
we all suffered abuse from a crowd.
Yeah,
Necros? That sounds like Necros.
Necros. Yeah, we met at the port city in Necros.
Oh,
Or the
okay.
port city of Necros, I thought.
Yes. Yep.
Is that what it's called? Okay, I thought Necros was the country. Cripes.
Necros is the country.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a city-state?
No.
No?
You went to Eloth Muerte in Necros.
Ah, I thought the town
Yeah.
was called Necros.
No,
No.
that's my mistake for portraying that wrong. If that's my bad.
No,
I remember
completely
Eloth
confused.
Muerte, but I don't remember what
I remember the phrase
the
Eloth
little one was
Muerte.
called.
Yeah.
The
There
little
was-
port town.
You were in like Lake Town or something. It wasn't Lake Town, but
Lake Town was where I was born.
yes, that's where you were born. But that place, and then you went to Eloth Muerte from there, and then a couple of other places since. But yeah, you were in Necros. That was the greater place. So yeah, you all suffered abuse in Necros. I was there myself, but I imagine on very different business to you. But thankfully,
Yes,
because of the Pandai's military might, we are given a wide berth. So I was lucky in that regard. But you have my condolences for the way that the people in that part of the world behave.
Yeah, that was Anthony and Harold and myself. Didn't meet Ruvra and Marie until a little later. Was that in Elf Muerte?
That was in Elf Muerte, yes. Would call
Yeah.
up
Met
Marie.
them in the guild.
I am not part of the Adventurers Guild, but I have enlisted the help of adventurers a couple of times, and that is the kind of place where anyone can find acceptance.
What about you? How did you get here?
Like I said, I was on a holy mission. I had to go and visit someone in Necros, an old follower of Bomobo, and recite some rites for him. It was pretty boring stuff. The journey's been far more interesting, especially on the way back. But I'm just fulfilling my final practices to become a proper cleric. Then I can head off into the world proper to... Well, I don't know exactly what to do. When your god is the god of destruction and gluttony, it doesn't present opportunities in the same way that truth and justice does.
Could destroy and eat.
Yeah, I could, but I mean, I do destroy, my things that attack me, and I do like to eat, but
Well,
Yeah.
you know what they say. Anything can be good except lying. But like even gluttony and destruction, it's got its good uses.
I rather enjoy eating. I think
Exactly.
most do.
Giving food to those that don't have any, that's good. And that's eating food. And destroying castles of evil dukes.
yeah, I feel like I heard about that.
Well, that had nothing. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
us. I can't lie. Oh no. Yeah, we did that.
We were connected on some level to the events to do with the Duke. It was less us and
Yes.
more Ruva and nature taking its course.
That was very much one of the they had a wooden floor, and torches and wooden floors don't mix well. It
Of
turns out.
course.
Nature.
I
Nature
may have
running its
thrown
course.
the torch onto the floor.
It was an accident waiting to happen. It
Yes,
was a miracle
very
that it
much.
hadn't happened so far.
Yes,
And
I just sped it
frankly,
up
an
because it was a
undeserving
health and
miracle
safety.
because the Duke was. Ruva didn't like the Duke. Ruva had been wronged. The Duke probably. It was fine.
It was self-defense.
Nature running its course.
Nature
mean-
running its course by me throwing a torch at a wooden
Running
floor.
its course. Running the inevitable course that it would have taken with or without our.
It's true.
We're all normal.
One of the torches
Everything
on the wall
is
would have fallen
fine.
down
Of
anyway.
course. You will hear no complaints from me. I've heard many stories about Duke Owen, and he does not sound like a nice individual.
Like I say, running its course.
I've no idea if we've met him, but probably isn't.
You probably saw him, but he was wearing the exact same robes as all the other cultists, so you don't actually
Yeah.
have any idea.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Why did we not actually? I thought we did kill the Duke.
No.
No, we just
Oh,
burned his
right.
house down.
I
Hence
think
why the episode name changed from Finding the Needle to Burning the Haystack.
Yeah, because if you burn a haystack, the needle's still there, unless the needle has a very low melting point,
Which it does not.
which it does not.
So, no, the Duke is still out there, but his house is gone.
Yeah. Haha.
Score one.
Score one for us.
Score one for us. Take that. Housing.
Gawain.
We set fire to the haystack.
Yeah,
We did.
People know we were there. It's the needle.
That's true. That's true. There was no. There's no presence other than ash.
Yeah.
It was the perfect crime. Arson. Wait,
Anyway.
because you know the police never catch arsonists. They're basically undetectable.
But yeah, so.
Well, that's his story.
Mhm.
And that's our story. What about we've got like Mr. Swahili with us, and
Salawin.
Spike.
also Spike, and also
No, that's it.
no, that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
It was just Salamander and Spike.
Spike
Getting
won't
names wrong
say
is my thing.
anything.
I'm gonna wave at Spike.
At this point, she appears unresponsive.
Oh,
Yeah, shame.
I'm afraid I don't know sign language. I'm not sure if sign language exists in Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know either. I
Waving.
guess that means it doesn't for now. But yeah, Salawin can't really remember. He just remembers he was. Salawin just remembers he's like a business elf of some kind, but beyond that, he's not entirely sure.
That's not at all weird. Is Salawin lost his memory?
I mean, it does seem that way, yes, because he's been out here so long.
Yeah,
Got
Solitary
2
does
weeks.
things too.
He's a gibbering
Oh.
mess, so he thinks he's been out here a month, but it could well have been longer.
Well, at least we're getting him back to.
Yeah, that is where we're getting him back to. Yes.
Exactly.
I didn't realise we were heading to some sort of Cthulian location, but neat.
The car battle's on. You're all keeping your wits about you. But thankfully, you actually managed to get a fair distance without any issues. In fact, the whole day goes past
Really?
without any problems whatsoever.
Gosh.
You occasionally hear something rustling in the hedges, or something far off, and the far off things you know that could potentially be some of the sleet, but the things that keep rustling in the hedges nearby just end up being more foxites, which are the least of anyone's concerns.
Oh, they're the little foxes, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
midget foxes.
Yeah.
The best kind of foxes.
Yeah. So you know, it's all good.
Yeah.
And about 10 hours later, after a couple of stops, you reach another peculiar fire.
Wow. Okay, that went pretty well.
Yeah, it did.
How are you feeling, Anthony? Any better? Is he still asleep?
Anthony's still asleep.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't say anything to him then.
Mm.
I don't want to wake him up if he's asleep. Got to get his rest.
Yeah.
It's true. Glad he's finally sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Have I mentioned how proud I am of Anthony?
So yeah, you get to another one of these fires.
Also,
Is there anyone around it?
There is no one around this one, no. And it's pretty much the same as the first one.
Yeah. Oh, was there like a ring of just where there's no snow around it or something, and then it goes to snow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's got like.
Is there any
sort of
firewood?
ring.
There's not.
Right, so it's probably the same kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even to Harold, it looks like the same fire as the previous one.
I eye it with suspicion.
It eyes you
It's
back
okay.
with suspicion.
Mimic fire.
Yeah, no, it doesn't
No.
really. But yeah, this fire looks the same. Again, there's no fire in the vicinity. I mean, there's no snow in the vicinity of it. There's no firewood underneath the fire, so.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's another day's journey, and that went all right.
Half a day left, or so we're told.
Yeah. Well, you know how it be.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Harold
indeed.
nods sagely but has no idea what that means.
Anthony slowly and gently wakes up.
Oh,
Anthony!
do we notice?
I don't know, do you notice?
Roll perception.
Okay. Should we?
Right, I'm going to roll as well if we're actually rolling.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think we notice.
Oh, fair enough.
I'd loudly comment that looks
No,
like
I don't think
Anthony's
I
still
noticed
sleeping.
either.
Yes.
Pretty sure he's sleeping.
You guys are around the fire, right?
Yeah.
We've just approached a fire, yeah.
Okay. As you get up to like sit down on the fire, which I'm assuming you're doing, I'm just going to get up and do it with you. But you don't notice.
Yeah.
I'll say the only one who notices is Quiet Assassin Lady, so it doesn't make any difference.
I'm going to give a nice happy smile at Quiet Assassin Lady.
How do we know she's an assassin?
My existence.
She's got knives all
Basing
over
that
her.
off the knives that she's always holding.
Also, she has a name. She's called Spike.
Oh yeah, Spike. Sorry.
Spike.
She may smile back. She may smile back, but you can't tell because of the big hood.
Ah, that's all right.
But she does follow you as you walk to the fire.
Hey, I've made a friend.
Good job.
Nice work.
Spike is much nicer than Panda Man.
Aris. After a few
Aris.
minutes, Aris clicks and goes, "Hang on, your friend is awake."
No.
Oh, Oh,
Apologies, I didn't. What is your
Morning,
name?
Anthony.
I mean, it's Anthony. That was it. Nice to meet
good
you.
evening, Anthony.
Hello, I'm Anthony. Who are you?
My name is Aris of Bamobo. I am a cleric of Bamobo, and me, along with Sanowin and peculiar rogue lady
Spike.
over there, is Spike. That's what we're calling her. Are accompanying you back to the
Well, through the
spearheads to the airship, which is going to take us all to Gorfan.
Yeah, that's roleplay coughing, by the way.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I just cough a bit of blood comes out my mouth.
That's bad.
that's very not good.
Yeah, you should get that checked.
Are you okay, Anthony? You feeling any better?
It's just a bit of internal bleeding from being heated.
Do you need any more healing?
Nah, I'll be fine. I think I'm on my own. I've either aged like 10 years or I've got a cold because my voice is much lower than I remember it being.
I see.
How long was I asleep? I'm not so used to it these days.
Couple of days, I think.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. That's fire's nice.
That's one way of putting it. That's for sure.
Okay.
You know what? I'm feeling quite tired. Might go back to bed.
Oh,
Let's get up from the fire and go back into the carriage and fall asleep.
well, have a good night, Anthony.
Good night, Anthony. I'm glad Anthony's finally sleeping.
Yeah, it was like a whole 5 minutes since you last slept.
Compared to the previous time when Anthony didn't sleep, there's a lot of been improvement. I'm glad he's finally taking steps to normalize his sleep schedule. Even if he did sleep the entire day and then some.
So it's just to catch up for the weeks that sleeping did not occur.
Got to catch up for your entire life before now.
That wasn't my entire life.
Entire life before
Going into a forest.
Post
and seeing a
unicorn
thief.
life.
post unicorn life, yeah.
Yeah. Pre-unicorn. No, post. Yeah, post.
Yeah, post.
Don't worry. Well, post part of unicorn.
Yeah.
Your post unicorn life. I stand by what I said. Unless you had like frequent contact with unicorns prior to that event.
I had for a little bit. get those powers straight away.
Yeah, but it's still the post-unicorn event. You know?
Okay.
Anyway.
I stand by what I said. You can't convince me otherwise, even though it's your character.
Anyway.
Anyway,
So Anthony goes back to sleep.
nice.
Yep. Anthony goes back to
Okay.
sleep.
Cool.
And so does Chris, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I figured maybe.
That's fair.
So
Farewell,
I've said-
Chris.
I've said my bit. Good luck, everyone. Try not to die without me.
Good night. Have fun.
Have a night.
May
Good
the
night.
dice ever
Have
roll
fun.
in your favour, etc.
Have a good Polsky schlep.
Please
Yeah,
don't
Indeed,
walk into
indeed.
work.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't worry. I've sent the email to my boss and I've said if I do come in, I'll be coming in late on the bus.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
Get an Uber or something.
Right.
Actually, no, you
Yeah.
don't want to give it to the
No.
driver.
And if you don't feel good enough to go in, don't go in.
Don't go in.
It's like
Yeah. I don't
sound
give it to
pretty
everyone in the
rough.
office.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'll speak to you later in the week.
Yeah. Bye.
Have fun.
bye.
Yeah.
And then there were two.
Yeah. Well, this is like last week, except instead of Dan leaving, it's Chris. So
It's
that's
true.
fine.
This is
true.
gonna be the last. Anyway. So okay. Does anyone want to do anything particular in the evening? Because if not, we'll just accelerate forth.
No, I don't think so. We'll do shifts, seeing as we don't have the adventurers as well.
Yeah, I mean, shift is always a good plan.
Yeah, definitely. Shall I go first?
I don't mind, says Avus. If you wish to, then be my guest.
Well, there we go. I'll go first. I'll go for however long we need.
Okay. Nice.
Probably healed up by now.
I'm happy to do a few hours. What hours would say, and obviously, Fruva and Marie are happy to as well if needs be. So
Well, we've got a lot of people, so we'll all get
do.
a lot of sleep.
Why?
Yeah, you will do a couple of
Well,
hours.
I'm not sure it's the best idea to make
Well, with the exception of Anthony, you all get a couple of hours sleep.
Yeah,
I mean, you
the
all do.
salesman.
Oh, and
do a watch.
Swahili.
Well, I mean, he's always kind of awake because he's an elf anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I'm not sure. In the event
don't
that
just
something
leave him
bad
to not
happens.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Also, as much as I do like Spike, it might be difficult for Spike to alert the party
Yeah, that's
in
fair.
the event of trouble.
Spike wouldn't
Unless,
alert the party. Spike would just kill the thing and then go back to sitting there. But I see
Yeah.
your point.
Well,
that somehow
We
doesn't
don't know
fill
that.
me with confidence. Also, how do we know that we've seen no indication that Spike is a violent person other than the knife hands?
Yeah, this is true. But anyway, so you guys, you sort out your watch. You go to sleep, you wake up, you go to sleep, you wake up, and so it goes. And the morning comes, and everything is good.
excellent. Right, I'm gonna prepare flipping thingy. What's it called?
Spells.
Spell, yeah, Searing Smite, Shield of Faith, Cure Wounds, and Divine Favor.
Okay.
Cool.
You guys eat breakfast. So on and so forth. And prepare to head off again if there's nothing else you guys want to do.
No, I don't believe so. I think we're ready, other than eating, of course.
Yes, well, yeah. You eat and stuff. Prepare to head off again.
I again look at the fire as it fades from view because It's a good fire. It's an interesting fire.
It is, it certainly is.
I eye it with suspicion as
And it waves to you
well.
as you
Trust this
leave.
fire.
But
Nice.
yeah, this journey starts off much like the last. It's quiet, too quiet. You see a few foxites darting around and stealing berries from each other and being
Oh,
very cross with
Got
that.
'em.
And yeah, but you know, pretty standard stuff. For the first couple of hours. Until
it's like a 6-hour journey or something. Isn't it?
yeah, this is about 6 hours. And the first 2-3 hours pass. Well, the first 2 hours pass, and then Marie shouts to you, "There it is!" and points. And if you look, you can see the small hillock in the distance.
Okay, so what's going to go wrong now?
Well, give me a minute. And even further distance, you can see a small black speck in the sky, which could well be the airship coming to arrive.
Nice.
The airship.
Fantastic. Fan-dabby dozy. Yeah, we were going for an airship.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're halfway there. Halfway there.
Oh, halfway there. Cool.
Yeah, 3 hours down, 3 hours to go.
I was waiting for a Hindenburg event to happen.
Oh no.
Maybe I shouldn't have given you that idea.
No.
The Hindenburg was fine. Nothing bad happened. It landed safely.
Another hour and a bit passes. Without much of a peep. But if you two can make me a nature roll, please.
Yeah, sure.
Can indeed.
It's my nature. Do I even have nature? No, I don't. That's a surprise. And by that,
Oh, I don't think I
not.
succeeded.
Perhaps not.
Nature is intelligence.
No.
I've got a 5, Ollie.
Cool.
Okay, that key won't work. 13.
Okay. So by the time Tan realizes this, it's almost too late, but
Oh, Christ.
you suddenly notice that, well, you've known for a while, but you couldn't put your finger on what it was,
Uh-oh.
and then you realize that what it is that it suddenly got completely quiet. There's no sounds of even the foxites or little birds or anything anymore. It's completely dead silent.
Does anyone hear that?
Hear what?
Exactly.
I mean, it's been quiet the whole...
Not this quiet.
Huh.
Just so you know, I failed because Harold was quietly humming to himself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Other than the
Didn't
humming,
notice
it's really
the
quiet.
noise.
Yeah, does...
Like, what's the noise? Harold.
if you could make me a perception check now, please.
Yeah,
Is
sure.
that just 10?
No, you can as well,
Oh.
Harold.
11.
Nice. Perception is... My character sheet is upside down. Perception is... something I have. So that means I got 13.
Okay. So, suddenly, out of nowhere, you hear a rope snapping sound.
Oh, not again.
And from the left swings a massive tree,
Wait, what?
crashing into the side of the wagon, sending everyone flying
Oh, cripes.
and rupturing the wagon in two, and sending pieces of wood flying all over the path and into the forest beyond.
Well, that sucks.
I need dex saves from everyone, please.
Yeah, sure. Do we need to roll for... Oh, Anthony is very much not going to pass that.
Yeah.
Should we roll for Ruver at least?
Yes, I will need roll for. I I will need to roll for
It's
Ruger,
a
please.
save, so I don't get to try and finagle you to allow my acrobatics.
Alas,
right?
you do not.
Didn't think so.
13.
Oh, I got
Okay.
+3, so 19.
Okay, 19, 13. If one of you can roll me a d20 plus 2 for Ruger.
18.
Nice.
Any others?
I'm going to roll the other ones. Actually, I won't roll all of them. I'll roll Marie, so Marie is good. We anticipated that. If you can roll me one more each, please.
19 with whatever modifier.
Nice.
I don't know what modifier you wanted.
Yeah, that's fine. Dan, can you roll me one more as well, please?
Sure, what for?
It's just another. It's not for you. It's just for another character. Okay. Cool.
17.
Well, all the other characters did better than us.
So, Tan and I think only Tan and unconscious. Well, not unconscious, but asleep. Anthony take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
But everyone else is also knocked from the vehicle.
I guess we were right in the middle when it hit as well.
Yeah.
Is that Anthony takes 11?
Yeah.
That's my message there.
I thought Chris was trying to get to sleep.
He is, but we
Maybe
need to
don't
record,
message
but he's
Chris.
offline.
He's offline.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
It's all good. Don't you worry about it.
Let him manage.
No, Chris needs to get a good schlep.
Yes, he does, but I'm sure he will. Damn, he's seen it on his phone, which he wasn't meant to, but...
God damn it.
Full metal jacket. Anyway. You see the two horses charging off down the road. Now detached from the carriage and very much spooked by the large crashing sound that just ruptured the wagon behind them. And back where the wagon used to be, you see a huge log now slowly swinging there, going slowly back and forth after.
Are the horses running off, or are they just like
The
standing?
horses have bolted.
They bolted, of course. That's not good.
And from behind, and somewhat surround you, you suddenly hear the cries and the screams of the what you now know as the Sleet.
For a second, I was really confused as to why you were demanding Chris tune into our D&D when Chris is trying to go to sleep. It's like, Ollie, what the hell? Anyway, rip horses.
So the horses have bolted off, and the creatures are now calling to each other and coming towards your position.
Well, that's a shame. I guess we should make a move towards the place that we're going.
Mm-hmm.
But also a fighting move.
I'm gonna unsheath my blade and hold it out in front of me.
Okay.
I would carry Anthony, but I imagine that Mr. Cleric Pandaman is probably more suited to that task.
If you, I mean, Anthony's not unconscious now.
All right.
He's awake
I thought
now.
he was made unconscious by the hit.
Oh
No.
he's still conscious.
All right.
He's all right. Don't worry about it.
That's why I got confused.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I think he got awoken by the hit.
Yeah, he's not. He's
yeah, I think Ollie said unconscious at some point.
I think I did by accident. Yeah,
and that confused me. I mean, Harold still tries to pick out Anthony. No,
yeah,
coming with me, buddy boy.
So
well, I turn on the sunblade, full glare.
Nice.
And I say we make a shift and take off in
Yeah.
the direction.
Everyone unsheathes their weapons.
I'm specifically holding mine in the air.
Mhm.
'cause
Do you have a shield on your arm right now, Tan?
yeah, I normally
For
do.
what it's worth, I do.
I know you do, but that's
I always have a shield on my arm.
so. As you hold your sword in the air, the pink hue returns to it. And the metal turns a very dark pink color, and the kind of gains a sort of heat haze around it. And then these symbols glow on each side of the blade. The symbols you saw across the back of Bomobo when he was enchanting it, and it extends and extends
Oh,
until it's about twice its length and almost twice its width.
Neat.
Okay.
And what you're now
Big.
holding is a great sword.
Oh. So, big pink longsword is now great.
Bigger pink
Big.
great sword,
Great big pink longsword. Great sword.
basically.
+1. Does it get the great sword's damage stats as well?
Yes, it does.
Oh, well, that's fine. I've got my hand.
Mhm.
It's 2d6. So...
Yes. The issue is going to be, however, that this is two-handed now
Oh,
because it's a great sword.
crap.
Yeah. So your shield is
I'll have to put that on my back.
yeah.
P, Q, R, P. Don't worry, I know the alphabet.
Excuse me.
Wait, but my fighting style is oh no, it's protection, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine then.
I thought you still needed a shield for protection.
Oh yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, you do.
Well,
But
You're
unfortunately,
right, Tom. This is a 10. Sorry.
Bomobo didn't know that. So.
I out D&D'd you, and I just headbutted the wall. Ow.
damn it, Bomobo.
So yeah, it does 2d6 damage now, plus
Nice.
the extra +1, and also it does an extra 1d6 of fire damage.
TF, big pink G sword.
What does the G stand for?
Great.
Great. 7 +7 to hit.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be
2
glowing.
D6 +5 +1 D6. S. Fire. Cool. Two-handed.
Okay.
Oh, we never did. Oh, damn it. I meant to figure out where the +5 damage came from with my rapier.
I have to put my shield on my back instead.
Yes.
Never mind, I just figured out where it came from.
Cool.
Oh,
And I'm pretty sure I get the +5 on the Sunblade as well.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will also point out though, it doesn't feel as heavy as you'd imagine a great sword would, Tan. So that's nice.
well, that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
As in, how less heavy, though?
It feels about as heavy as it did before.
Okay, so can one hand?
No, because of its
No.
size.
Because
Yeah.
the way you fight with
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it won't work.
I suggested that just because the image was amusing to my head.
It would certainly be a cool image, but yeah. So anyway, roll initiative, please.
So seeing as it doesn't have the heavy stat. Seeing as it's
Yes, it does not have the heavy stat. Just two-handed.
that'll be 20 +2.
5, 6,
6.
7, 17.
I'm too busy gawking at my new blade of truth that I wasn't quite ready.
Okay, so the order is Spike, Harold, Mover, Alice, Anthony, Marie. Hang on, I'm going to do this again. S H R A R A N Marie. We have a lot of characters this time.
Yeah.
Flipping
True, actually.
Salawin.
So we got like
Sleet and Tanitha. There we go.
and then all of us are here, and the boys are sort of
Oh, sorry, say again.
the Sleets are
Yes, basically.
the Sleel.
What do we? Sleet-eye? Sly? Can we call them Sly?
I mean, if you want. They're there, but they're also kind of all around here.
They are the Sly.
And they kind of sound like they're like everywhere behind you.
That's sad. Roughly how many? At the glance?
You have no idea. You can't see them yet.
Oh.
Because they are white, and so is the snow.
Harold is aware of this fact. Harold quietly curses snow in its infernal colour.
Indeed, indeed.
Actually, maybe it should have been the snow, not the enemies, is the target of Harold's disapproval.
Mm-hmm. So,
I'm not sure I understand this map, although I do like the fact it says "all is pain" in the corner.
Yeah, I didn't write that.
that's
I'm
what
slightly more confused as to why US has been added.
It's us. Because that's where you guys are, down.
What about the 5?
What 5?
The 5?
Underneath the US?
That is debris.
Oh, there we go.
From the wagon that is...
What about the new 8 or B?
Stop, Daniel. So first of all is Spike, who is going to start just running back towards the road.
Makes sense.
Nothing to attack yet, so just gonna dash to the road. And she still doesn't speak, but she does wave her arm to, so just follow me. Harold, you're up next.
Follow Spike.
Makes sense, makes sense.
I suppose I'll take a moment to read what I can possibly do.
I'm not sure if this is to scale.
It's fairly to scale, to be fair, actually.
Oh man,
I'm
nice.
confused as to what the new things represent, but given the
Wheels.
disapproving reaction,
It's just debris.
Okay. I thought it was supposed to be a Spike, but then 3 more added.
There's a lot of There's not a lot you probably can do at the moment. You might just have to dash for now, to be honest.
Yeah, I was just looking to see if I had any abilities, but it's
Yeah,
the other
that's fair.
character that I have that does its scale. So I'll dash after, I suppose, but
Okay.
behind because I'm following.
Mm-hmm. That's what literally everyone else does as well. And what does Tanitha do?
Oh, yes, I'm going to do that as well.
Makes sense.
But I'm going to keep holding my sword out in
Mhm.
front.
Yeah. Okay, I just gotta go
So it
grab
shines
another
the
book.
light.
Gotta grab another book real quick, so I'll be back in one moment.
Rightio.
Rightio.
Oh, hey, you said the same thing.
Yeah. Great minds.
Well, great minds sure do think alike.
Yeah.
None of all of them. Oh. Of course. Knew it couldn't have. It couldn't have gone all the way perfect. I was suspicious as soon as the first day went by and nothing
Yeah.
happened.
Well, that's why I immediately thought we were going to see a Hindenburg style thing. It's because it was like, oh no, it went well. This is going to go worse in a minute. Yeah, no, for a minute I forgot I forgot I wasn't Gel, so I was looking for like bless armor or bless weapon. I'm like, why isn't this here? What is this? So, because I'm a clever person. My cake was nice.
That's good. That's good. What sort of cake was it?
Pardon?
What sort of cake was it?
Oh, just like vanilla, I think Victoria, but with fruit on top.
Oh,
Because it had like a little bit of tomato in it. Not tomato. What tomato? Strawberry. That was a weird. I had tomato earlier, so.
Tomato and vegetable coconut.
Yeah, so it was that. It was from one of the cake stores in Crawley.
Oh, did you go to Crawley?
I didn't, but someone did.
Oh, I see. Turns out that my campus restaurant thing,
Oh yeah.
you can have a Sunday roast
Oh, nice.
there. Oh, hello.
You can have a
Hi.
Sunday roast in Chichester. The only problem is it doesn't taste very nice.
It was lovely. I had roast brie and mushroom Wellington instead of meat, and it was
That
so
sounds
good.
lovely.
It was
Yeah,
so
that
good.
sounds great.
Looking forward to
Brie is
doing
fantastic.
group-made Christmas roast again this year,
Oh yeah.
after we did last year. That was fun.
What did we? Wait, did we do something last year?
Yeah, we made a roast for New Year's.
Yeah.
Was that
I think-
Christmas?
That was New Year's, but yeah, it's only 6 days late.
Was I there for that?
I'm not sure. I think so, but I could be wrong.
If I was, isn't that when I tried to wash the oil off of a baking tray?
Yeah,
Yeah. Because I'm
We've got-
pretty sure you were there for that.
got a picture
Was that-
somewhere. I was
For
there.
the record,
yeah.
Was that when Jack
I think I have
had
that
bought
picture.
this giant cake?
And then,
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh no! Don't remind me. I blanked so many things from my memory about that event. Just so you know, I still like
Mine was there as well.
randomly have
Yes, I remember
me like the memory of me wiping the oil off, and I still hate myself because I did that,
It's
and that
alright.
still intrusively pops into my mind and makes me go, God, I'm
So
stupid.
what was that?
Just so
What was
you
that?
know.
What was it that happened there? I can't remember.
There was a pan, and I was doing the washing up, and there was a pan with what looked like water on it. So I'll wash this up and be helpful, and it was oil because it was a baking tray that people were going to put in the oven.
Oh, and
And I just tried to wipe it off, and everyone
it
looked
wasn't
at me like I
supposed
was
to be
insane.
washed.
No,
No, it was, but
definitely
it was
wasn't.
supposed to be properly washed. But Dan
Oh,
thought it was
no, I thought
water
it was-
instead of oil.
I
Yeah.
don't really know how
I
to
just
wash those things
glanced and
either.
saw it was shiny and picked it up reflexively.
And we were like, oh no. But
Yeah,
it's fine now. It's all good.
I still have that pop into my mind, and I go, God damn, Daniel.
But meanwhile,
What the heck?
back in the game, all around you, you see the things that you saw the last couple of days ago. The teeth coming forth and latching onto trees, and you see the ropes going taut. and the creature's putting themselves forward. So yeah, they're catching up fast. It is no, it's Spike's go again actually, and Spike is going to turn and see one of the closest Sleet, and from one of her hands just loose 3 throwing knives in its general direction.
Nice.
Where's Spike's stats gone?
Spike.
There they are.
Is that her official name now?
No, it's not,
Spike,
but it's
Spike,
the
Spike,
name so that you know
Spike.
who I'm talking about.
It's my official name.
2 of them hit their mark. For 9 points of damage.
Right.
So yeah, one of them sticks into the tree, but the other 2 catch it in the arm and the leg, and it lets out a roar of pain.
Nice
Continues
one.
to put its way towards you all. Harold.
I don't really have any ranged ability.
Yeah.
It's not swap to my bow.
Yeah.
Frequently forget. So I guess I'll. Did what's her face Spike move up as well?
Oh yeah, Spike ran as well.
I guess I'll move up a bit. Still follow rather than go ahead, but like prepare an action. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, ready an action.
What
Or
is the
like do a
action?
slap on one of them with my sword.
Yes, if they come within range, you'll attack them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So next up is Ruva. I don't have Ruva's spell sheet for flipping reasons, so Ruva keeps on running. Next up, Aris is going to send a sacred bolt back towards the enemies, which hits for sacred bolt amounts of damage, which I'm going to check real quick because I've gone. It's part of what I discover. I don't actually mean sacred bolt. Do I mean?
Oh.
Oh, I think I mean guiding bolt. Yeah, I mean guiding bolt.
Ollie.
Yeah, there we go. I was mixing up with sacred flame. Okay, so guiding bolt, which slams into the creature for some damage. And it is knocked off of its rope and back down into the snow.
You real glitched out for me there.
It got hit by the attack.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. All that Salowin has is a dagger, so he's just running at the moment. He's not.
You know
he's
what?
not
That's
trying to
fair
do much
enough.
else. Yeah. And Marie is not great at this range, so she's just going to keep running as well. That was actually the wrong order. That was meant to be Anthony then. Do I have Anthony's character sheet?
Ooh.
Yeah, I definitely don't have an up-to-date one, but let's have a look to see if I have one
Well,
at all.
as long as you've got, I mean, if you've got the level 3 one, I suppose that should be fine.
Dispel should suffice, yeah. Anthony Artan, I do. And he has got spells on there.
Oh, I don't know why I'm tired. I think the sugar wore off.
Yeah, he's going to cast Eldritch Blast towards the foes, which is going to just about clip Ron for... Is Eldritch Blast a D8 damage? I think it is.
I don't know.
I'm going to go with it is. It doesn't do much. Eldritch Blast is... Oh, no, my bad. It's 1d10, so I'll re-roll it. It doesn't do much.
Oh.
But yeah, you know, he does clip it. And continues to run. Maria keeps running. Salawin keeps running. And the Sleet keep coming.
Well, hey.
Oh, jeez.
Some
Are
of
they?
them, they're not in range of close combat just yet.
No, I mean, is the graph still correct?
Yes, the graph's fine.
So they're in front of us, basically.
No, sorry. Ignore my blue lines, or in fact, I'll just put my blue lines on they're pink lines now, but on the other side. This is where they are.
Oh, they're behind us. Okay.
Yeah, they're behind us. You've actually got space in front of you. I was doing it in the opposite direction. That's my bad. So yeah, next up is the Sleet, and one of them lands with a thud, but not really because of the snow next to you, Anthony. So you can make an attack if you want.
Yeah, landing in the snow is more like the.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't give
Go
them
for
a
it.
stab.
Did you say Anthony?
Yeah, I did, but I meant Harold.
Ah.
That's good because I heard Harold even though you
Yeah.
said Anthony.
Well, that's good.
I think it's more I latched onto you said something about attack
Yeah.
because I'd prepared one, so I
Makes
was like,
sense.
it means me!
I did.
So, alright, well, I guess I miss.
You trip in the snow and drop
Curse,
your
it's snow!
and drop your sunblade.
That's fine,
No.
it'll melt the snow.
It does, but you were kind of in full pelt, so you're gonna have to stop and go back for if you want to get it.
No.
Was I at full belt?
That's
Yeah,
fine. I'm
okay.
behind. I'm behind all you guys, so I can stave off any attack.
Right, well, you guys fight off the sleet. I'm gonna just roll around in the snow for a bit with my sword.
I mean, it's not gonna take you long to get. It's just that you are gonna have to go back and get it.
Nice. I go to slash the dude, and my sword's just not there. It's
Yeah,
like, huh,
You just like kind of swing
interesting.
Swing it, miss, and the sword keeps going even though your hand stops.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
So intent on preparing my strike, I didn't notice I'd actually dropped my sword.
Yeah. Okay. Ty, your go.
Yeah, I'm after the sleep. I'm the only one who's after the sleep as well.
You are.
I noticed that Dan's Harold has dropped his sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as I'm behind everyone. Well, I'm gonna stand between Harold and the sleep
Nice.
until he gets his weapon,
Okay.
and I'm going to.
Very kind of you.
I'm going to. Actually, hold on a second. Will Sacred Weapon work, seeing as it's already flipping like glowing in pink?
Remind me what Sacred Weapon does.
It imbues my weapon with the spirit of truth and adds charisma modifier to attack rolls and makes it glow, and it becomes magical, even though it's already magical now.
Okay. Yes, it will still work.
Excellent. Standing between Harold and this horde of creatures, Tan holds a sword up to the sky and shouts, "By truth and justice and this blade, my love for Felis, nothing is getting to hurt my friends today. I'm going to smite all deceivers and all that may harm those that do good in the world, such as these guys here.
Do good in the world.
Why?
Presumably, I don't know what Spike's done.
Oh,
Good.
sorry. I thought you were talking about the others doing good in the world and got very confused.
No, the Sleet
Yeah, they're bad.
not
Cool.
doing good in the
Figured that
world.
out.
Or maybe they just
Okay.
misunderstood. Who knows? But
Who
right now
knows?
they're attacking us, so it's
Well, they're
self-defense.
defending their territory on some
Yeah.
level.
They are, but they did just expand their territory to include here.
Yeah. So, a pink lightning bolt. No,
Whoa.
no
Yes.
pink lightning bolt. But
Oh,
the sword grows an even brighter pink, and the mirage from it, becomes
yes.
even greater, and small pink flames do start to emanate from the sword.
Yes.
So, in addition to dealing the extra charisma damage, now when you strike the enemy, they also take an additional d6 of fire damage the following 2 turns.
Oh my gosh.
So you might not make a note of that as well. That's just what it does when it has sacred blade on, or whatever it was. What's the spell you use called?
It's not a spell, it's a feature. Sacred weapon.
Yeah, whenever you sacred weapon, that's what it does.
Oh. Yes. Very cool.
Oh.
That's my action, I'm pretty sure, so
Uh-huh.
that's all I can do. But I will defend my good buddy.
Well, hey. I'm going to retrieve my sword.
Nice. You go back and retrieve your sword.
Well, it's not go yet. Is it?
Nature spikes. Well, when you do go back to retrieve your sword, the creature which is next to you, swings and completely misses you anyway.
Nice.
So that's cool. But yeah, first of all, Spike looses 3 thrown daggers into Dawn, which has just confronted you. Oh, it's not gonna have a good day with this.
Oof. 20. Nice.
So I think, yeah, all 3 of those hit. Right, or do they? Okay, now one of them comes very close to misses, but the other 2 do hit. So that is... I'm going to take the last 2. No, so that's 6, 7, 4, it's 20 damage. One of this thing hits it square in the forehead and it goes staggering back. And you take this moment to dive away from it and go and grab your sword.
Well, hey.
It's now your turn anyway.
Is it?
Yeah, here it is.
Can I try and smack a
You
dude?
can, yeah.
Round 2. Watch me get a 1. No, I didn't get a 1. I got 23.
That's easily enough to hit.
Nice. My computer is going real slow, and I don't know why all of a sudden.
Have you still got Steam open?
It shouldn't be going slow because I always have Steam open, really.
I mean, I would recommend whenever you're on a call of any kind, if you don't need it open, close Steam, because
9.
it slows mine down.
Yeah, I'm going to close some of the many internet tabs I have.
Also those.
Check yes. Task manager.
Yeah.
I'll also close Steam because maybe that's making people bug out on call. Who knows? Let's try.
It's what I often find and what we used to find when we do games with Louis. So
I see. Not so useful when you do Steam games.
this is true. Yeah, this is true. But the talking there's usually less vital, I guess. Except when it is. Never mind. Okay, nice. 9. Yeah, so you cut. Is that fire damage or?
That is radiant damage.
Okay, nice. So yeah, you cut deep into one of them as you turn and make your way back up to where the others are running. Okay, so Ruva keeps running. Aris gets out his warhammer
Oh,
and takes a swing at one of the ones.
he's like Perry.
I knew you were going to say that.
Take out my warhammer.
Yeah, that's literally, that's like the oldest.
That is one of the oldest D&D memes for
Yep.
us.
I take out my
That was
warhammer.
Too old for me.
It is. It was the very
This was
first
an
session
unreal thing.
of the very first game. Yeah, and does 7 damage, crunching into the side of this thing. Anthony looses another Eldritch Blast. For substantial more damage into the one that just got back to the warhammer, and it goes careering off back down the side of the road. Okay. One is close enough to Marine Alpha to lash out at it with her short sword, which okay, which is I mean it's a hit. There are no enemies with it within 5 feet, so it's a sneak attack.
Oh, that kind of rogue,
Yeah,
like Nyx.
yeah.
Also, like
Water person.
like my rogue character, not
Yeah.
Mortimer at all.
I said water person.
Ah, I thought you said Mortimer.
No. 14 damage.
Dorina.
Dorina, that's the one.
Dorina.
I keep forgetting Dorina was a rogue. Because
Swashbuckler.
Yeah.
But
14 damage cuts into this thing.
Yes.
Next up is Sassurin. He swings with his dagger. He doesn't hit. But it was a noble effort. And then it's the Sleet.
Ooh, I wonder if they're going to be able to get to Tan or Harold.
So one of them's going to take a swing at Harold, but find no luck.
Ha!
And
That's all right.
2 of them are going to attack Tan. But again,
I'm not. I've done my shield, so my
yeah, those still aren't going to.
AC is 16.
Yeah, cool. They still you can tell that they are shying away from your blade, so their swings aren't as focused as they may otherwise be.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So the only person who does take a hit, and he nearly gets out of it, but he just gets caught, is Salowin.
No.
where's Salowin coming to fight?
He's not. He's just running, but they're catching up
Oh.
because they're on all sides. So he takes 9 points of damage.
Hope he's not dead.
He's not dead. But That is a sizable chunk of his health.
Yeah, he's not high level, that's for sure.
He's a business elf, so he's really not cut out for this at all. Yeah, the Sleet are coming closer. You can see the white hairy creatures with their long spears with their peculiar ice blades coming closer and closer on all sides. Tan, are you kind of backing up as well, or are you holding your ground there?
Has Harold gone
Make
off?
me a perception roll.
Oh yeah, I'll have to look behind me for that. I've got everything on my desk and it's covering my keyboard. No, 2D. That is not what I meant. I meant 1d20 plus 2, but it's non-natural 20.
Well, that is enough
I
to
can't.
notice.
I just can't speak. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna back. Actually, there's one attacking Swahili.
Yeah,
How far away is he from me?
he's quite far ahead at this point.
How far?
Like, oh yeah, you've got your double thing.
I do have my double thing.
If you did that, you could reach him.
Yes, double speed. I'm gonna destroy the one attacking my friend.
Okay, go for it.
I don't know. I don't actually know him. That. Still, my ally. 1, 8 plus. Oh, first time attacking with this new crazy weapon. Plus 7 to hit. 13. Oh wait, no, it's sacred, so it's plus 10. So that's a
That's a hit.
16.
Yep, that's a hit.
Excellent. Slash roll 2d6 plus 1d6 plus 5. 12 damage.
Nice.
4 of that is fire.
Yep. Cool.
And next turn it will take a d6 of fire damage.
Yes, this thing reels back. In great pain. And you see that its fur is actually covered in the pink flames
No.
from the sword.
That sounds like it hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Did the screaming not tip you off?
Back to the top.
Pro tip, I also wouldn't actually want to be hit by a sword even if it didn't set me on fire.
This is true. Spike flings another 3 throwing knives. But 2 of them are a bit shy of the mark this time. Only one of them hits its target. Harold.
Yes.
Your opponent is still next to you.
I will destroy him
Go for it.
with my sword and my inability to spell, apparently.
Oh
I throw my sword on the floor behind, heroically and in great.
You're so unlucky today, Dan.
I mean, between him and his counterpart, they have scored all of the natural ones of the entire game.
Who's my counterpart?
The guy you're fighting, he also got a natural
All
one.
right. I am too elated over the joy of having my sword back and my dramatic previous hit to notice that I in fact dropped it again behind me.
Indeed.
What a glory.
Oh,
I go to swipe only to watch it sail over my rear shoulder.
Yep. That's unfortunate. So yeah, you sling your sword again, and
The duel will continue in but a moment, beast.
do you
Just
want
wait
to
until I have.
do you want to run after it now? Because you can move if you want to run after it, or
Yeah, but he'll get an attack of opportunity, won't he?
I mean, but he probably will anyway. It's just a
Can I
matter
not
of when.
disengage?
Not if you've also made an attack.
Yeah, but if I run away now, he'll get attack of opportunity on me and then be able to attack me again in his turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas if I
If you don't,
don't, then
then
he'll
he'll
only
be able
be
to attack you,
once,
and
but
you'll
then
have to disengage next turn.
yeah.
It's up to you.
I think it makes more sense to do the disengage thing next turn, because then I get attacked less. Because I don't know how far it is behind me, because in my head I could disengage and then go pick it up relatively easily.
Try and look at it.
How far can you go disengaging, I?
I mean, disengaging you can move as far as you can, provided you've got movement. It just doesn't give you extra movement.
Yeah, I'll wait and then pick it up next.
Okay.
Can I? I could draw a weapon, but that'll just make it harder to.
I mean, if you've got anything that uses a bonus action,
I think I do actually.
You can bite him.
I can bite him,
Do
but I
that
can only
without
do that once
No,
per
you
bonus.
You can bite him.
Oh, can I do a regular bite
Yeah, I think so.
as a bonus action? I
mean,
haven't noted that down, but I'll do that if I can.
I'll allow that in this situation.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna bite this guy. Fanged more instead of, so that's 1d6 plus strength. What attack bonus do I get?
Your strength's on, I imagine.
I imagine. Watch me get another one. No. So that's 11.
Okay. You're closer than you were with the sword, but
Uh,
your teeth do not find purchase.
I'm still using my shield though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gesturing wildly as we engage in the worst duel ever entered into by anyone.
Mm-hmm.
we just every time you just keep throwing us. Oh. Gosh. All right.
Okay. So this continues with you all running and fighting and running more and fighting
And throwing
more
our
and
swords.
throwing swords and picking up swords.
And throwing them again.
Indeed. And yeah, it continues for some time before all of the creatures turn and leave.
No.
Yeah, there's no clear reason why, but they all stop
Well,
attacking.
I obviously scared them off.
Alice shouts from the front, "Keep going! They might be back any minute."
It's true. Well, I'm gonna retrieve my sword.
Yeah, you already did that
Keep
a
it
few minutes
on.
ago. It's all good, don't
Yeah, I'm gonna stick close to Tan.
Mhm.
Gosh. If only we knew where their territory ended, that would be. Let's continue on.
You guys keep running, and running, and it takes a while. It takes longer than it would have done on the wagon, but less time than if you'd walked the whole way. before you finally reach the top of the hillock where you're supposed to meet
The airship.
the airship, and you can see it. It's quite big in the sky now, but it's still a few minutes away.
Right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Make me perception rolls.
Okay.
Will do. Watch me get another one.
Hey,
Oh no, I can do finer perception, obviously.
Um,
I think I get +5. Yeah.
That's totally
So
fine.
23.
so Tan's sword is very bright and a bit dazzling, but Harold, you notice that from within the forest, the sleet are slowly coming towards you again.
They're coming back. I called that out.
thought so.
You also spot a bigger one.
There's a big one.
A big one.
A big one. How much bigger?
It's like a couple of feet taller than the rest of them.
It's like a couple feet taller than the rest of them.
And you can all see them now, because Harold's attracted your attention to them. And one of the big one appears to hold a instead of like a spear, some kind of staff in its hand.
Looks like a job for you, Tanitha.
Well, if it's got a staff, that means it might be able to cast. And if it can cast, it might be able to speak. Maybe we can communicate with it.
It's tried to kill us.
Well, not that one specifically.
Yeah, but the rest of them.
Well, you never know. Maybe we can get them to stop after killing multiple of them.
Yeah, I think I don't know about that. Especially not when you've got a glowy sword tailored specifically towards killing them, Tanitha.
I just put it behind my back and go, we're just passing through.
Well, that's a bad idea.
We don't know where your territory ends, Mr. Sleep Man.
It levels its staff at you
Well, that's not good.
and releases a blast of ice,
Ice.
a cone of cold,
Yeah.
one might say.
Oh.
I'm not be near Tan.
Yeah, that's you're not near enough. It only just is gonna catch Tan. Make me a dex save, please, Tan.
Sure. 17.
Nice. Very nice. A failed save. Okay, a failed save. You take half as much damage, so out of nowhere, suddenly, ice.
I didn't think it was out of nowhere.
And wait, do you have a frost resistance thing, or was
No,
that
it's a
just
fire one.
Yes, fire. Okay.
That was just River.
Yeah, you take 18 points of cold damage.
Ooh. I see.
Man, 17 wasn't enough.
I see.
Oh dear. It was. He took half damage. She took half
Oh.
damage.
Well, that's good, because that would have
Wait,
killed
does that
me.
mean full
Well, not
damage
killed
would have
me.
been
That would have made me
18?
unconscious.
37.
I would have.
Because I was on 36, so
Oh, that's bad.
that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
These guys are not friendly.
Really? You shock me.
Shit.
Yeah. So that happens, and then the others charge forward in the general direction. You hear Aris Well, Alice actually comes up and says, "The airship's almost here. We have to just hold them out for a couple of minutes."
Well, I think we can do it. Let's do our best, everyone.
Yeah.
Don't let them near those that are weaker,
Yeah.
such as
Swahili.
Wayne's
Soitor.
World.
Salowin.
Wayne.
Oh no, it's Switor. Tried to make a
Aris
pithy joke and it failed.
puts his hand on your shoulder, Tan. And you feel the healing magic flow through you, and he heals you for 7 hit points.
Thank you, friend.
You're quite welcome.
20, what's 8 plus 5 plus no plus.
What?
Thanks. Don't mind me. That didn't make sense to me. Are we keeping the same initiative scores?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
So yeah, the Spike, instead of throwing knives, and she's a pair of arm blades which extend out from her wrists, and runs towards the nearest of the creatures. One attack misses. The other one cuts straight underneath its guard. And is a critical hit.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Which completely eviscerates it in two.
Nice.
And so yeah, it's dead now. Who would have seen that coming?
Brilliant.
It is now Harold. Harold.
Yes, I was thinking.
Okay.
I can't instantaneously act.
That's
I got to
fine.
be careful because of the last 3 actions. 2 of them resulted in me throwing my weapon away. So I gotta think about these things. Are any of them in melee range? I'm assuming not.
If you
but
move towards them, they will be.
I don't really want to move towards them. I'm kind of terrified of them.
We only have to defend this point.
I was going to stick close to Panda Man and prepare an attack.
Fair.
So, I don't know, to his side, look out for him. Keeping him alive seems like a good shout.
Yeah. Okay.
But I also don't want to be too close to Tan, given that Tan currently has the attention of the big horrible one.
Indeed. And
I also don't want to become an icicle, so I'm going to do my best to not get the attention of that big boy.
Yeah. So, just to save time, I'm going to just skip over what Anthony and Ruth are doing. They're casting spells and projectiles and whatnot. They're keeping.
I hope they're doing damage.
They're doing damage to the ones on the other side of the hill.
I was just going to suggest Ruva attack the big boy, given that Ruva's got resistance.
I mean, that makes sense as well.
He's by far the best person we have. I would suggest Tanitha if Tanitha hadn't just nearly gone to meet Phyllis.
Well, she's not bloodied anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, Ruva doesn't have a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
Like, you have probably one of the most hit points as well, Dan.
I still would have been almost killed.
We can probably get this guy if we work together.
I'm sticking away from them because we don't need to get the big boy, I don't think.
It's true, but if that guy can just fire off those shots, then we're going to need to deal with him.
Well, I don't know if I assumed the airship was a military airship.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
So I figured we just needed to sort of stick around until that gets in range. At which point, either I don't know if it dies, then that's a shame. But
Yeah, but that big guy fires off a cone, so that's gonna
He's coming closer,
do
so
a
if
lot
he
of
fires
damage.
off another one...
That's gonna hit all of us. It's best. I think it's best to go in. And
okay, well you can. Now I'll follow your lead if you go in. I suppose potentially. I'm just scared of big boy.
that's fair.
I'm a wuss.
That's fair. That would be normal.
Indeed it would.
Is it the Sleet's turn?
It is the Sleet's turn. A couple of them charge towards Tan.
Yeah.
And
Oh, jeez.
neither of them hit.
Oh, did they have a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Ah, my sword.
Indeed.
Alright.
One of
Putting
them...
it behind my back was a very bad idea as a turn.
Yeah. So one of them must have been watching Anthony either, as it just throws its spear at you and runs off. And the other one just, comes close and fails to... I said Anthony again, I meant Harold. The other one
You're
just
the one making
misses.
that mistake.
All right.
Okay.
Do I need to do a roll?
No, you don't.
I tuned out because I heard Anthony.
That's fair. All I said was one of them must have been watching you earlier as it threw its spear at Tan and
Oh
ran off.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
The big boy aims another spell, but not a cone, at Tanitha, but it completely sorts over her head. Catches...
What is this? What has happened?
I don't know.
They
For
rolled
once, it's
20,
not
like-
me.
Yeah, well, what have you
Last
done
week-
to her?
Last week I was rolling all 20s, so, it's only
Yeah.
fair.
Why have you hit me with this curse?
I'm not sure. Okay, next up is, well, Tan, pretty much.
Yeah. Alright. How far away is the big boy?
I don't know, about like 25 feet, maybe.
Are there little boys in front?
There's little boys everywhere.
Right. Well, I'm gonna try and cut a path to the big boy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sign for the others to walk alongside.
Okay.
And even Aris as well, probably.
Okay.
And also Swahili. We're gonna make sure he's
Yeah.
safe.
I'm keeping an eye out on him as well
Mhm.
while I'm sticking close
So if
to
we're, like-
Aris.
All making a sort of circle formation. Make sure Swahili is in the middle.
Yep. Salowin is in the middle, yeah.
Yeah. I just can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know, that's fine.
And then I'm gonna do an attack on anyone in my way.
Yeah,
I
go
only
for
get
it.
one attack, but yeah. It's a wide slash, as they say.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, how long's it been since we were at the other place? How long were we running for?
You're running for about 40 minutes.
So obviously Sacred Weapon is not gonna be
Yes.
that's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
22 to
Still
hit.
a hit.
Excellent.
Well, hey!
17 damage.
Yeah, you cut down another one.
Excellent. Excellent.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Anytime. That was an opportunity for a pun. I had to take it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, another couple are cut to shreds by Spike as
Yes.
they try to leap towards
Good
everyone.
job, Spike.
Good job. Good job.
MVP.
Harold, your turn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Any of them getting near?
lots of them. They're kind of all around you.
Alright, well, I'm gonna swipe at the nearest one who looks to be most threatening to either Panda Man or Swahili.
Go for it.
I meant to say his real name, but I've forgotten Swahili's name.
It's
Salazar?
Salawin, you were close.
Salah, that was close. 19, finally!
That's
Oh, my
it.
life. 7 damage.
Well, it's enough to keep it at bay.
Yeah.
I will point out that Arus is like a trained cleric, so he's okay. He's got armor and
Yeah.
a shield and a warhammer, so he will be all right.
Oh, I figured he was okay.
Yeah,
fair.
he's not a priest. He's a cleric.
Ah, rip. I was slightly bamboozled.
That's fair enough. I just realised I hadn't made that very clear.
I thought he was just like a dude in a robe with gauntlets. I was like, you do you.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure that's the greatest. Well, a big panda man in a robe with gauntlets. I hadn't clicked to he had armor on.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
he's a cleric. So
I just thought he was like a level 1 cleric or something.
yeah,
I guess
Oh.
I'll shift over to
it's
protect.
mainly Salawin.
Yeah, that's the one.
the
Salazar.
one I just said.
Salazar.
It's a wonderful name, Salazar. Great, sounds amazing.
Okay, so speaking of Arus is going to swing his warhammer and knock into another for some damage. Ruva's going to, flame blade. I think that's the thing he did. It hits someone probably for another 1 damage. It's not going great, but hey. Marie swings her sword. It also deals damage. This is the general scheme of things.
Nice.
Yes, you are slowly, not necessarily killing them, but you're cutting them down or sending them packing, and they're, charging off and then coming back with renewed strength. But you are slowly making your way towards the big guy. Tanatha, it's you again.
Alright, how many are between us and him?
Not as many now, but still too many to count easily.
Oh, wow, okay. That's still quite a lot, as it turns out.
You're focusing on what's properly in front of you, not too much about what's around them.
Yeah, we're still walking slowly towards him.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 feet per turn towards this dude, slashing at everything that comes near, and I shall continue to do that. Stay close, everyone. And then when we get to this big boy, we'll be sure to destroy him.
a
17 for 19 damage.
Nice, yeah.
And the one that I hit previously is on fire. If that.
It is, yeah. They're going down. This one is torn apart as well.
The one that I hit previously takes 1d6 fire damage, but I think it's already dead.
It is.
Its corpse takes 1d6 fire damage.
Did you reactivate Sacred Weapon?
No.
It's the Sacred Weapon part that makes it take the extra fire damage.
Oh, that's true. Okay, it doesn't.
It was already dead anyway, so it didn't matter. But but yeah, yeah. In the sky above you, you start to hear booming sounds.
Hey.
And there's explosions far enough away from you
Nice.
to not be of any warning. I mean, any risk, but close enough that that it's actually damaging the enemies, sending them flying. Yeah. Tanatha, the big guy, comes charging through everyone towards you. It's
All right.
raised.
This is what we were waiting for.
And it swings it down. But you parry it with your giant pink love sword.
Hell yeah. Truth and love sword.
Truth and love sword. Truth and justice love sword.
Truth, justice,
Truth and
truth, and
justice
love
and truth
sword.
love sword. But yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that happens. Other people are still fighting the other ones. The ship is coming down. Not like crashing, but like coming down towards you.
It's going down. Mayday, mayday.
It is.
The ship lands on us and we all die.
It is Harold
You
again.
mentioned Timberg earlier.
Harold! Yeah, I did. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. Are they chock full around me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, I'm gonna try and make my way over to
Salowin. Salowin's still protected
Salowin.
in the middle. He's good. He's good.
Oh, is he? Oh.
They're like
Oh.
around everyone in the edge, but he's standing in the middle.
Well, I guess I'll maintain a perimeter with
I
a
mean,
view towards clearing off the enemies between me and Tan.
sounds good.
If, like, just to make sure that
You
nothing
can still
gets
attack
Tan in
well.
the back.
Yeah.
14.
That's still enough to hit.
Oh.
Ow. Yeah, see, you still cut another one of them.
Ow is definitely not what they were saying. Oh, Harold, man, what the heck is wrong with you today?
Okay, Tan, it's your turn.
All
Harold
right.
seems to do a lot better when I don't turn up to the session.
Aww. Aww. By the power vested in me, by the great and beautiful and wonderful and amazing goddess of truth, Felis, I shall smite thee. Divine smite, by the way, that's what that is. Is this guy a fiend? I presume not.
No.
No. So that's an extra 2d8 damage if I hit him. So let's hit him. Da 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 da. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Do you have any inspiration left?
No, I used it all last session.
You throw your one of the cannon shots just comes a bit close. And just throws you off for a second.
No.
But you know what? It doesn't matter anyway. Because there are so many explosions going off around you that the big creature and all the others are starting to turn and flee anyway.
Wait, no.
Make me an attack of opportunity because it's trying to turn and run. For the big one.
Still counts. It only does things when I hit.
Yeah.
It only expends the spell slot when I hit.
Yeah, I'll allow
So I
it.
should have rolled first. 16.
That's a hit.
Yes! 2d6 plus 1d6 plus 2d8 plus 5 for 24 damage.
Yeah, you cut this thing down.
Yes.
And it falls, dropping its staff.
Well, once the coast is clear, let's have a look at this staff.
Okay. You can hear voices shouting from the airship. Come on, quickly! Come on, come on!
Oh,
But if you want to grab the staff, that's fine.
Very quickly grab the staff.
Your sword returns to its normal size, so you can pick it up in your other hand.
Oh, phew, that's good.
Nice. And yeah, you will sprint to a couple of ladders that have dropped down from the airship, and grab on and start to climb up as the airship lifts off again. a couple of ice spears are thrown your way, but you're quickly pulled to safety and into the belly of the airship as it turns back towards Gorfan.
Say again?
You're in the ship.
Nice. You cut out a little bit.
Yeah, I figured. A couple of minutes later, you're all sitting on the deck of the ship. Aris says, thank you so much for helping us get here. There's no way we'd have managed it without you. And
No
now we're on the
worries.
way.
Buddy.
Just doing our duty as
Yeah.
honourable people.
It's what any normal person would have done.
Yes, especially seeing as we burnt. We kind of have to atone for that.
I'll atone for nothing. We've done nothing out of the. We're all normal.
The ship heads off back on its way towards Gorfan, leaving behind the Sleet.
Like Gorfan.
Yeah. Gorfan.
That is where we've been headed.
Fordin, more specifically.
Fordin. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. We were going.
Fordin.
That's not where we were headed.
In Gorfan.
Lied to me.
Gorfan's
okay.
the country, Fordin's the city. And yeah, as you guys all are getting some long-armed rest, we will end the session there. And in fact, end season 1 of Misfits there.
Season 1?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Because we're
I
going
didn't know we had seasons.
Yeah, I've been doing this as a season because I'm like that.
Whoa!
Yeah. We're gonna take a little break from Misfits for a couple of weeks and do the.
Oh, we're gonna do the space.
Yeah, Space 1889.
Yeah, it's been so long since we did the intro session.
Exactly. So.
Was that in? That was in the cabin, wasn't it?
No.
It was online.
It was online.
It was for
It's
sure
on
online.
YouTube. You can watch it for free.
Yeah.
Actually, is it on YouTube? It might not be.
I think it is, but I
think it might be, but not all of them are.
Most of them are, but yeah. But yeah, so we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Well, a couple of months more likely, because it will be a couple of months worth of Through the Dark Finds when we get sessions in. Sorry, the end of that was a bit fragmented, but I felt with only 2 of you, I didn't want to have everyone else me just rolling all their roles and stuff.
I can understand that.
It's a big climax event, and there's only 2 players present.
Yeah, so
I'm being a wuss.
That's alright. Don't worry about it.
Because I can guarantee that I would have rolled so many ones.
Yeah.
That was my luck that session, so I didn't want to push it.
Yeah. But so yeah, thank you for watching, and also you guys have leveled up now. You guys are now level 5.
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, when we come back, we'll have level 5 characters, and you'll be almost meeting Poltergeist, which is what you were originally aiming to do. So yeah.
Yay! After that slight detour to burn down a house.
Indeed. But yeah, so thank you for watching. If you watched so far, and we'll see you in a few months. Goodbye.
Bye.